This is the Sabbath School lesson for the fourth quarter, 2021.
Lesson 4 from the series Present Truth in Deuteronomy is titled To Love the Lord Your God. It's ready for teaching on October 23, and I'm Percy Harrold. Thursday, October 21. The First Commandment. However much some Christians, for various reasons, seek to separate the Old Testament from the New, it can't be done, at least not without all but denuding the New Testament of its true meaning. The New Testament, in its revelation of Jesus and its theological explanations of his life, death, resurrection, and high priestly ministry, points to the fulfillment of many of the Old Testament prophecies and types. In many ways, the Old Testament forms the background, the context, the basis for the New. Both Testaments reveal the goodness and love of God. This is one reason why the New Testament, including Jesus, again and again quotes the Old. Read Mark 12:28-30. What was the question asked about the first commandment of all? How does Jesus respond? And from where does he get his answer? Mark 12, beginning at verse 28. Then one of the scribes came, and having heard them reasoning together, perceived that he had answered them well, asked him, Which is the first commandment of all? Jesus answered him, The first of all the commandments is, Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one. You shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your mind, and with all your strength. This is the first commandment. It's interesting that a scribe, someone who had dedicated his life to understanding the law and how it should be applied, would have asked this question. However, many laws they might have believed that they needed to obey, later Jewish tradition said that there were 613 laws, it's not surprising that they would want it all distilled into one question. And what does Jesus do? He goes right to Deuteronomy 6, starting out with, Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one. Deuteronomy 6 verse 4, and then quotes the next verse as well, about loving God with all your heart, soul, and strength. He points to the key affirmation of the Lord as their God, their only God, and based on that great truth, they are called to love him supremely. What could be more present truth than this command? In the very last days, when final events unfold and everyone will be called to choose one side or the other, in a very dramatic way, the commandments of God will play a crucial role, as you read in Revelation 14:12. Here is the patience of the saints. Here are those who keep the commandments of God and the faith of Jesus. Ultimately, the side we choose, even in the face of persecution, will be based on whether or not we truly love God. That's the deciding issue, and we can come to love God with all our heart and soul and might only as we come to know him for ourselves and experience for ourselves his goodness, love, and grace. If need be, that's something to die for. And so to finish today, if someone were to ask you, how do people come to love a God that they have never seen personally? What would you say? In class, talk about your answer. This lesson was read by Dr. Percy Harrold for Christian Services for the Blind. Sponsored by the Sabbath School Department and distributed through Hope Channel Australia, this podcast is also redistributed by Hope Channel Germany, Christian Record Services for the Blind, and It Is Written. It is also available on SoundCloud and through multiple podcast distributors, including Apple iTunes. Remember, God is always faithful.